What's up, family? So what I would like to know is have you been in a place where you were on a path and you were just questioning everything around you? You were on a path and you were just like, hey, I'm not so certain, I'm not so sure if this is what I should be doing. And were you on that path because you were surrounded by other people who didn't believe? I want to know the answer to that question, because if you were, then that doesn't validate that you shouldn't have been on a different path. You shouldn't be going on a different direction. Sometimes we know, or we have a vision of a specific purpose, a specific thing that we should be doing in life. And we know it, and we can feel it through our veins. We can feel it through our very breath. We know it's in us. We know we should be doing it, but we question it because sometimes the people around us are not on the same accord. And the reason why I ask these questions today is because I've been on paths like that before. I've been the first to do a lot of things in life, in career, in my professional life. And there were times where I was in a point where I was like, is this the right thing? Because everyone else wasn't in alignment or in agreement at the time. I've been accused of being the most optimistic in the room. I've been accused of being the most optimistic in the room. That's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. And what I've seen over time is that as I've stayed committed to the purpose, as I've stayed committed to the cause, others along time have come within alignment of that cause or that purpose. And so first we have to make sure that we know what it is that we're called to do. And then once we know that and we're certain of it, we can't let the idea of someone who doesn't believe just yet throw us off that path. And if we look at the book of Isaiah, look at Isaiah, for instance, during a point in time where there was so much turmoil and destruction going on, like God, he gave him a specific message. He was like, hey, I want you to carry my words to this town of non-believers, and I want you to tell them what I said. And he volunteered. He said, okay, I'll stand up to that challenge. I'll do it. Send me, I'll go. And so he carried God's divine word into the town of non-believers at that point in time, and he was protected during that time frame. And so I want to encourage you to get to a place where you can reflect on, like, hey, is this thing that I'm doing, is this the right thing? Am I aligned to purpose? Am I aligned to a cause? And then we have to find the strength. We have to find a way to stick to it. And if you can feel it inside of you, you got to find a way to stick to it, because the non-believers at some point in time, they need to become believers. And we can bring them there if we stick to it. And so I want to encourage you to stay aligned to purpose, stay aligned to cause, because sometimes it takes you being the most optimistic in the room in order for other people to understand that same vision. So stay to it, stick to it. I love y'all. Have a blessed one. I'm out.